Okay, let's fire up our camera in Weymouth. Sunny day on a Monday. And we're going to head back to New France from Weymouth. So this is where the New France Railway would have started, in downtown Weymouth, where the lumber would be offloaded to ships to go to different ports. Now, of course, I've walked the railway years ago. Years and years ago, I walked it all through the woods back in the 80s, but now it's really grown over. But they had a railway from New France to the port of Weymouth in the late 1800s, early 1900s. I'm not a historian on that. I know a few things, but Google New France, Nova Scotia, Digby County, and you can actually learn the real history. So I decided, instead of driving back to Easton or Southville, that I'm going to leave Weymouth. It's 30 kilometers of roadway, and I'm going to go through Gates's Lane into Weymouth Falls, back to Weaver Settlement, over to Easton, and then hit the logging road into New France. It's 30 kilometers from my starting point, so in and out would be 60. So that's well within my capabilities. I got 2 batteries, lots of food, drink, and I've got a plan. So if I have any breakdowns, somebody will come driving looking for me by 5 p.m. or at 5 p.m. Gates's Lane is going to be fun. It's quite the hill to start out. Not much traffic back here. Local traffic. A lot of people are at work. Trail to Digby, we just passed on our left. Whew. Good leg workout this morning. I can feel, after 200 kilometers in 4 days, I can feel my legs. Oh, this is the killer going uphill. Whew. Wait till you see Gates's Lane. Or Gates Lane? Gates. Gates's, possessive. Gates. Gates Lane. It's whatever the locals want to call it, is what it is. Weymouth Mills. Fitbit's going to detect these hills today because it does increase the heart rate. So 29 kilometers to New France. It's all downhill from here until we have to go up the hill. We'll see what I'm talking about shortly. We're going to cross the Southville River again, near one of the last power dams on the river. I don't know, 11 megawatts, I don't know, I forget. We're not going to go up and look at the sign, but Google it. No, it is Gates. Gate. Apostrophe S. Now we know. All these years I didn't know. Sorry I went so fast across the river, but actually it's low tide right now. And here comes the fun. Let's gear her down. Oh boy. We need to get to Weymouth Falls Road. Here's my early warning workout. Oh yeah. Oh. Woo! First gear. I mean, even the battery can't really pull you up here as well. Look, these bikes have their limitations. This is a hill. Wow. My Fitbit's gonna be freaking out. Woo. When you go down to a river, you must come up. It's helping me about 50%. I'm doing the other 50. Not gonna let the battery do all the work. I need exercise. According to Fitbit, Google AI, you can't have a conversation. You're training in the upwards part of the training cycle where your heart rate is quite high. I need this. All right. Weymouth Falls. Good old Weymouth Falls. Love this spot here. So quiet. Good people. Whew. There. So we're going to go up and hit, it's called the Yarmouth Road. Now one time, years and years ago, there's only a few ways to get to Yarmouth. And this was one of the old roads to get there. Whew, downhill again. Woo-wee! So that up ahead on the right, we'll hit the Weaver settlement. Half a kilometer up. And more hills. Oh, it's called Old Yarmouth Road. That's what I knew it as. To get to the 340, which takes you right down to Yarmouth. There's lots of more roads. There's the one by the French shore. And then there's the Highway 1 or Route 1, the bypass now that takes you directly to Yarmouth. Now I was going to go to Southville, cut into New France that way, but it says that we should go through Easton, so that's the planned route I left, so we're going to have to stick to it. Lots of lupins everywhere. It's not a cold day by far. It's quite warm. A little comfortably warm, enough to get a bit of a sweat on those hills. Of course, the backpack doesn't help. My rack broke, so I brought a backpack. The tire pressure to 10 pounds. It's really helping on these roads. fairly level now. I mean, nothing like what we just did. Now we're getting towards the 340 South. There'll be a little more traffic, faster traffic, but nothing like other roads. I'll chance it on this road. I'll be careful. I got my rear view mirror. Watch for cars. Good thing it's just not heavy traffic here. All right, so Old Yarmouth Road and the 340 South. So we'll just get over here. Not much pavement to ride on, but so 5 kilometers. We're going to take Hilltown Road. There's a road up to the left I always used. I'd go through Southville, but I did make plans to go through Hilltown to get to New France. So in the interest of safety, I've got to stick with that. We won't have cellular communications. I've downloaded offline maps. Normally I'd head down Langford Road on the left here, or sorry, up ahead here, the sign's there, but on the left where the car's coming out, I'd normally go to way down the Langford Road, and that's how I always went into New France. But this time we'll go up to Hilltown and give it a whirl. Mark, third of the way there. Assets. Did I lie and say there wouldn't be any more hills? Well, none like the last ones. a bit of a hill here. I'll gear down. Oh, hit my exercise today. Those rail beds are pretty level. There, first gear. Whew. Contrary to popular belief, I do like to preserve as much battery as I can. We're doing not bad within acceptable use of the battery. Getting close to Hilltown Road. Got another 2 kilometers left to go. And we'll take a left. Some downhill finally. There we go. I used to love fishing here when I was a kid, but never got any trout, just, you know, regular perch and stuff. But little brook on the side of the road. Love going around fishing all the brooks and lakes. Well, we're halfway there, close to half, according to my best estimations and Google Maps trail program. Help with the potatoes here when I was a kid. This is the Gerald and Winifred Prime. Used to live here at this greenhouse on the left. Used to come here to play with Michael and Timothy. My Aunt Treva lived here for a while on the side when she got older. Alright, so I'm going to go to Hilltown and Easton, and then hit the logging road for New France. Get my signal, but no one here to see my signal. Okay, heading to Easton. Gotta go through Hilltown first. up here. You can see that on the camera, but to the left there at that opening was a nice deer. Always seeing wildlife, eating wildlife, lots of bugs when I talk. Nice scenery here. Some of these yards are spectacular with the the gardening. Wow, it's a lot of work, but what else are you gonna do when you live here? Gardening's fun. Okay, so I don't want to come out in New Tuscot and head to Yarmouth, so should be a left up here. That'll take us to Easton. Get my bearings. And we don't have to do that big hill up ahead because we're going to turn left beforehand. So, rest my legs, stretch my legs a little bit. Stretch out one side, stretch out the other. Whew. Back to the other. I don't think we have cell right now, so I'm on my own. So yeah, Easton up ahead. Yeah, I think I keep going straight. I come out to Tuscott and back on the 340 to Yarmouth again. So. Here we go. A little bit of an incline again, but oh well, what do you expect? Nova Scotia isn't flat. Some beautiful ash trees here, wow. On the left, I could tell by the bark, beautiful straight ash trees, great for making snowshoes. Whew. That's a hill. Oh, here comes a car. I mean, there are cars here, but there's not very many. Great place to bike. I was going to drive back and do New France, but I'm like, it's only 30 kilometers one way, and most of the roads here are safe and not much traffic, so I'm like, oh, why not just do the whole thing? I left my vehicle home in case I need to pick up the bike. It's always a possibility. Whew. On the flat again. Look at these beech trees. Wow, some nice trees back here. Always a good variety of trees around here. Mink farms, the wind's in the right direction. They still grow mink here, not like when I was a kid. Trying to learn to raise mink, and you know, animal rights groups and things, and modern synthetics. We're in the space age now. Look at the boulders in there. You can see them through the woods. A lot of boulders came out of here in this area. Like for the Sonyaville breakwater, they were removing boulders, not in New France, but up in this region. Round granite boulders. In fact, we have one up here. I don't know if it was placed here by someone or was dropped by the glaciers, but this is an interesting place for eskers, moraines, granite, gravel, granite boulders. Whereas we'll see today, Mother Nature can really do some funky things. We're going to go take a look at a rock today on the way into New France. I think you'll really enjoy it, so stay tuned. This house on the right here, on my right, this first one, I believe this is where Bernie Mullen, the teacher, where they first moved to. I don't know if he was born here, first moved to here. Pretty sure that's the house, I was told. And then I believe his father Elwood and Mother Georgine moved to Weymouth Mills. Well, this is the end of the line, the end of the road. Now, like I said, I normally go through Southville, but I'm going to try this one today. take us about 30 minutes at, you know, regular speed, 20 kilometers an hour. It should take us about 30 minutes to get back here. There's a chance we might see the occasional four-wheeler, probably nobody on a bicycle, and possibly a vehicle, a four-wheeled vehicle, possibly. I mean, we are getting close to tourist season, and there probably will be people back here to see New France. Look, it's been since the mid-80s since I've come back here. I used to come back on weekends and camp and explore and canoe. Yeah, I'm not in any sort of race coming back here because I don't want to damage my bike or anything. There's really no rush. Now I'm going to turn left up here to go to that rock. There's two different ways of getting to New France, and I think it's supposed to be a couple hundred meters up here. There should be one nice roadway to the left. That's definitely not it. Not there yet. Oh, I gotta stop here. I gotta stop here for a second. I'll tell you why. It's beautiful. Gotta take a moment. Take a moment to rest. Oh, it's so quiet. Except for me. So quiet. Birds. Wow. Let's get a couple of photos here. Oh, horseflies are out. We won't stay too long, but that's why I always wear my helmet in these photos, because they land on my helmet and they try to bite my helmet. Yeah, horseflies. Always horseflies out here. Wow. Wonder if there'd be a nice little trout pool. I suppose people have already fished it, so. Well, quick break. Have a little drink, hydrate, get some carbohydrates. So we're gonna go left up to the rock, New France between the lakes, and probably come back out here, I'm hoping. There it is. Throttle our carbohydrate and feed our muscles today. Better recovery time. Less tired, less pain. All right, so let's go. We got a bike. I mean, you could take a truck through here. I want to make sure. Yeah, looking at the big map. It's been a while since I came through here. Like I said, I come from the Southville side, which is straight ahead. And we should probably meet up on the same road, but 30 years, 30 plus years, I have no idea. 40 years. 40? 86? 96, 2006, 2016, 2020. Oh, geez. Man, I'm dating myself there. 40 years ago, I've been back here. A lot changes, but roads haven't got any better. I can see they did get a bit of rain here. People do go through here, obviously great for four-wheelers. And that's what I like about four-wheelers. They cut all these blowdowns out and help keep the road nice. So it's nice to share the responsibility. Yuck. Yuck, yuck. Let me see here. Yeah. Trying to figure out. Oh no, we don't want to go that way. No, we want to go this way. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Nope. That's the way we gotta go. Ah. Oh, I hate muck. How am I going to get across there? It does say to go that way. It's hard to tell. Hard to tell with these maps. That didn't look like the way, but what are we dealing with here? Ooh, yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Yuck. Wow. Well, no poison ivy. That's a good thing. Jeez. Hang on. Whew. Man, not made for bikes. We'll get through. My camera through. Better be worth it. Whew. Stretch out the legs a little bit. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely a four-wheeler trail, but I'm out to explore. This is my off-road bicycle. What's this? No. No, this will be going back. It says we can go through, but I'm not going through that. Oh boy. Okay. Back through. My pedal. There's so much granite here. So much granite. Like I said, always watching out for the poison ivy and mud holes. I'm definitely not gonna get all muddy and wet. All right, well, let's take the original road to New France then. Go back and continue on straight. Whew. It's a bit of a workout and a half. Backpack's not ideal, but all we got with a broken rack today. Whew. Let's call this extended footage. I won't cut it out, or maybe I'll keep it for the blooper reel. Okay, here we are. Let's take the better looking road. Why don't we? As you can see, a lot of granite, pit run looking soil, dirt, whatever, landfill, fill, and then these big boulders. Lots of granite boulders back here. Lots of glacial activity. I see four-wheeler tracks here. I don't see car tracks, truck tracks. No, looks like four-wheeler. It's too bad there wasn't more snow here. This would be excellent for skidooing, but I guess now skidooing's made way to four-wheeling. Wow, we put in 27K so far. We did a little side jaunt, so. Granted, it's hard to find some smooth trail here. I mean, at least with granite, the rocks aren't sharp. I guess the French from France that established New France are here for the same reason the people of today is to log. Now imagine the 1800s untouched. It'd be some beautiful trees and lumber. And they had a railway going to Weymouth, and it was cupped wheels that rode on logs that were on the ground. And that's how they would get their logs or lumber. Probably lumber, I'm thinking. They had a sawmill back here, but the demand of lumber, built houses, we all need it. Wow, we're not that far away, maybe, what's it saying, about 12 kilometers or so? Yeah, I much prefer this road. A lot better. don't have much to say because there's no scenery. I could say this is quite bumpy, but it is on a hill, so, you know, something the glaciers left, probably. Lots of blackberries here. Blackberries everywhere. That looks smoother here. There we go. Stop just for a second here. I'm gonna recenter my, okay, New France. All right, I'm good here. Just want to recenter. So I have a connection here. My maps seem to always be updating here and there. I might be getting a sporadic something from somewhere. Sporadic signal somewhere, I guess. Hope I don't knock ticks down. I don't know what it's like here. Should have gone the Southville way, but oh well. Oh, look at the mushrooms. Wow. Look at that. Oh, full of bugs. We'll do a check check. Tick check later. Jeez. Whew. Bugs in my glasses. Alright. Getting closer to a main road up here. I think it's the main road that goes into New France. But boy, are you ever getting some footage, and I'm getting a good ride. I don't think this is the way I come by car, obviously. But there's so many ways to get in here. Easy here. quick break here. Get my bearings. Just a little further ahead. Yeah, just a little bit ahead. Of course, I had to take wrong turn at Albuquerque, as they say, but still, it's fun. It's fun just to explore. There's so many roads back here. This is obviously not the one that the cars take, but it is one of the ones just up ahead here. Probably a kilometer, we'll be back on the roadway. Oops, pedal. Makes for good video though. There we go. There we go. This is the road I was looking for. Woohoo! Much better, hey? Much, much better. So, back out on the road. Now, of course, we don't have, not going to have signal here, so. New France. Langford Lake. So, see, I think we gotta go down here. This road. Let's get this oriented a little bit. Yeah, there we go. I'll get down here and take a left. Trying to figure things out here. Okay, I'm headed that way. I don't want to go there. Jeez. Now I'm going to head back. Trying to get my GPS set up here, okay. To go that way, but I'm not going that way. Lumber truck. Ah, here we go. This is the way. Yeah, jeez. Trying to figure out which way to go. Trying to get my map oriented. There, I got it straight ahead, recentered, there we go. All right. Roads everywhere back here. Okay, here's a road I know. Langford Road. This is the one I wanted originally, right here. This is the one to take you to New France. And that's where I was trying to get to from Easton. I always came in through Southville. That was my favorite way. I thought, oh, we'll go through Easton. Big road. I don't know why I missed that big road. Must go out, I don't know, Tuscany or somewhere. For anyone that lives here knows. So, anyway, now we're about 6 kilometers from New France. So, anyway, at least I recognize this road 40 years later. want to go this way. It's the other way. Jeez, it's been 40 years. Just using my map and memory. Far away. I think that other road went to like Fourth Lake Road, towards that direction. I want to keep towards Langford Lake, which should be down this way. There's got to be another road probably on the other side of New France. I'm coming in the Easton Southville way. Sorry about that, the battery run low and just cut out. So what I was saying is there's got to be a better way into New France, but I'm coming in the Southville way like I did 40 years ago. I think on the other side of Langford Lake, I'm just guessing now that there's probably a better road to get in and out, but this is kind of the shortest direction and it's the one I always knew about. So we're just maybe 3 kilometers away. I'll just keep going. Yeah, I stopped back there to change batteries. Woo! Horse flies and deer flies. Woo! They're dead when you stop. Uh-oh, babies. Little baby, what are they, quail, pheasant? Or no, she's not pheasant. Pheasants get the ring, partridge. Little baby partridge. Battery's holding out pretty good. We'll probably do a change for the way back. Going a little bit further than I expected today, but I wanted to explore the Easton route. Get some good video of mountain biking anyway, so. My original plan was to park in Southville and pedal back, which might have been a good idea, but now, is this another one of those shortcuts, four-wheeler shortcuts? This definitely isn't where vehicles will go. Oh well, I'm exploring today. Last day to explore. Heading back tomorrow night to New Brunswick. Oh man, that is so muddy. Oh. Yuck, yuck, and yuck. Not going through there. Thanks for coming along the way to see my misfortunes. I'll walk up here for a little bit. We're so close, so I see it on the map, but four-wheelers know where to go. Langford Road, I didn't turn off. I mean, this was the road, but what the heck? Why does it end right here? Huh. I should have brought a guide. Okay. I'm heading back to Langford Road again. Yeah, that's a... Oh, rough grouse and her babies. Oh, don't want to scare them. She's trying to lead me away. I don't want to run over any babies. It's okay. There. Well, let's get out here before she attacks me. All right. Yeah, the roads I remember were vehicle roads through here, so yeah. We're still, 10 kilometers away. But we're going away from that, away from New France. Now this road up here, I think this is the one I was taking to like the Fourth Lake way. Is it this one? No. Yeah, that one was like towards... Oh no, there's another road up here. Ah! Did I miss a turnoff I could have taken? Well, at least I'm on the right road. I know what road I'm on. Washboards. my spider sense was tingling in the right direction because this was the better road, but it goes to Fourth Lake flowage, but actually the New France area is really close to the Fourth Lake Road. This would make sense, it's a bigger road, but of course me, I'm looking like, oh, how can I get there in the shortest direction? You know, yeah, it was short, the direction we were going. It was also very slow and impassable unless you had a four-wheeler, so here we are. I'll tell you one thing, when we go out, it's going to be directly out. I won't be going back the same way, that's for sure. Oh my. We were so close, we were within a couple of kilometers of New France. Now we had to come back and go all the way around, but yeah, this is better. I'm wondering, like, how would I should have known, how would a vehicle get there? Because we used to drive, you know, 4x4s back here. I've even brought cars carefully, so yeah, this looks better. We're kind of headed in the right direction. We're headed towards Fourth Lake right now. Of course, I've done an extra 20 kilometers of just screwing around and trying different trails. We'll go out Langford Road. It's not on my itinerary, but it's probably the safest route, and there will probably be vehicles traveling, and it's going to save me a lot of time and hassle to get back home. So yeah, now we're getting closer, and this big road is a telltale sign. Telltale sign that we're on a good road to get there. Yeah, Southville would have been a preferred route, and I'll use Southville in the future. If you're driving through here, geez, a car, I mean, a little Subaru Forester Outback would be fine. Truck, pickup truck. I wouldn't drive a Honda Accord through here. See all the granite sticking up. Yeah, this was a fun ride today, exploring all the shortcuts. Should have taken the long way around instead of shortcuts, but good test on a mountain bike. Now, four-wheelers can cut over to Fourth Lake Flowage, Fourth Lake Road from here, so quite an extensive trail system. Doesn't mean you have to come out from like Southville way. Quick break, quick drink. Some liquid, some sugar. Jesus, bumpy. Oh, I can't even change screens. It's so bumpy. Okay. There we go. Now, there should be a lake on our left right now. Yeah, there we go. Now, is that Fourth Lake? Just into the woods. Oh, so weird. Okay, I'm going to stop for a second here. Get some pictures. What is this lake anyway? Oh, Doyle's Lake. Doyle's Lake, yeah. Doyle's Lake. I thought this was Fourth Lake Flowage here. Doyle's Lake. Some loons. All right. Alright, Doyle's Lake. So we're on the right track, finally. Boy, it's funny. The roads that look like trails aren't, and the ones that do or don't are, and ones that are don't. Or whatever. Okay, so let's keep on trucking. We're really getting close now. So close. Doyle's Lake, isn't that beautiful? All the granite rocks over there. Old propane tank. We're getting there slowly. Right, I know right where we are. Oh, right between the two lakes, I believe. We're coming up to Long Tusket Lake. We're getting there. Yeah, there's Colbury Lake, which is here on my right, and then we're going to go between the two lakes in New France. Long Tusket, Little Tusket. There's like 3 lakes in a row, and it would have been perfect for settlers, because they could have cut all around the lakes and floated the logs down to the river between the lakes, generate power, and could saw your logs. First I think it was World War I, they had to go back or something, go back to their homeland in France. And it never became much after that. It's a lot of work to come in the middle of nowhere, lug your tools, start cutting lumber and shipping it out on a rail, like building everything by hand. So Colbury Lake, forgot about that one. Thinking that road goes up to cabins on Long Tusket, I'm thinking. There used to be cabins up there. I believe this should take us into New France. Yeah, it's actually like four lakes, Colbury, but they're kind of not in the chain. And Long Tusket starts and then goes through to Little Tusket and Langford Lake, and then down Silver River and out somewhere Barrington. You can look it up on a map. Don't listen to me. Road open for vehicles already. Ooh, a rock. We'll figure there'd be a rock back here. Road open for vehicles. Oh boy, it'd be fun bringing your vehicle through here. But the good thing is it's all hard packed granite ground, so it's not a big deal. We're getting there though. We should be at Long Tusket Lake pretty soon. We're only a matter of a few kilometers away from New France. Mud right up to my armpits. I sprayed myself that time. Oh well, I'm gonna get cleaned up when I get back. My bike will probably be due a little check over maintenance when I get home. Now, I can see Little Tusket Lake, so we're pretty close. Yeah, here we go. I see the lakes now. So I don't need a map. I sure know where we are. Wilderness area. Oh, hold on now. Where's the... Oh, I see. Haha. So, welcome to Silver River. Oh yeah, Silver River, because... Oh, yeah. Geez, I'm trying to get my bearings. Sorry, it's been 40 years. Snapping turtle nest, no vehicles on the beach. Yeah, so this used to be the road. You could drive cars through here, and you can't now, I guess. Sensitive ecological area. Yeah, I mean, look, 40 years ago, there weren't the rules there are today. Through here, this used to be the road. There's, oh, there's that rock out there. Jeez, I'm gonna have to stop on the way back. I'll just, ooh. Yeah, not very good for coming through here. Have to be careful. Yeah, I remember this is the little brook that goes through between the two lakes. Right. So yeah, this used to be a road just like you saw with your vehicle. So you can't drive through New France anymore like you used to be able to. I'll get a couple of pictures on the way back. is all grown in now. So I'm going to try to get down to the actual village. Wow, what a change in New France. So holy. I remember Claire Search and Rescue would come back. I'd come back with Melbourne News. We'd camp out. Well, they would do, I wouldn't camp with them. They would camp together. And I'd camp on my own. And they would do their thing. And I would do mine. Yeah, of course, it's all grown in now. More of a walk in, walk out, and then drive out sort of place. Yeah, so, geez, I can't remember any of this now. It's all enclosed. Holy. Probably have a million ticks on me. We'll find out tonight when I get back. Should be leaning towards the right soon to get down to the settlement. I don't think we missed it. Should be leaning right. Are we going right? I'd like to get down on Langford Lake. That'd be my goal for today. Keep going a little further up here. It's like a clearing, maybe. Oh, it is cleared out a bit more. Is this looking towards New France civilization again? Okay, I don't see this getting any better. Don't see any water. Let me stop for a second. No, it shows me going more Long Tusket Lake way. So let's go back. At least I know we were at New France, but it's grown up so much in here. Wow. Wow, wow. I still remember back in the 80s exactly what it looked like in my mind. I was here so much, but Now, oh, everything's grown up. It's hard to tell. Who knows? It might have been down that way to get to the settlement, but we're gonna get back to the lake, take a break, swap batteries, probably head back. We are in New France. I mean, we made it to the lake, just not right into the settlement. Sure, I missed a side road somewhere. I mean, that road that was blocked that came into the lake, like right here, this was the road, but I don't know if this was the road right here or if there's something to my left. I mean, I remember driving over the bridge in our vehicles to get into New France, but I mean, that wasn't the bridge, obviously, but this was the road right here. Oh well. It wasn't, no, this is where the original bridge would have been. Not over here, it would have been here. Anyway, it's grown up so much I can't even tell anymore. So, yeah, let's go pull up by the sand here. There we go. Gonna stop, change batteries. I'll give the camera a little rest. Me a little. Okay. Here we are in New France. Unfortunately, we can't get down, way down. I can't figure out how to get down to the settlement. So here we are at Long Tusket Lake. I just pulled out my first tick. It got on my lower leg. I'm sure going through the trees there's even more creepy crawlers around, but anyway, we're gonna head back. It's 2 o'clock. I said I'd be back by 5 before sending out a search party. So we're going to go down through Langford Road into Southville. It's the most direct and easiest and quickest route. So yeah, look at this little spot. Stop, maybe camp. What does it say here? Illegal activity designated camping area. Leave no trace principles. Oh, that's nice. You can legally stop and camp here. That'd be nice to do. Alrighty, well, long indirect route to get to Long Tusket. Maybe someday we'll come back and try to go directly to Langford Lake. Should we do a nice leisurely stroll back? "20 kilometers an hour. We'd be back in an hour and a half. Once I pick up a cell phone, I'll just simply call and say I'll be heading home. We've been offline for quite a while, most of the day. This is not my first trip. This bike alone, I've got nearly 1,300 kilometers on this, and I think probably close to 400 on my trail bike, my rail bed bike, which I would never bring back here. Yeah. Hold on here. I want to search for something. Had to stop. Okay, it's on the way. Okay, good. Yeah, there's a reason why I'm going back Langford Road. I want to make a little pit stop on the way, so leisurely drive back, nice road. We'll use the best road back. Like I said in the other video, it's hard to believe last time I was here was 40 years ago. Boy, time flies when you're having fun. I gotta get back here more often. And I said before, on the left here we have Calgary Lake. we'll stop for just a quick tour. So there's the 3 lakes in New France, and then Calvary Lake is kind of like beside them. Little camping area here is kind of nice. Don't see any oh, I hear a gull. Don't see any what do you call it, see any poison ivy. Don't see any poison ivy. I don't see any more ticks on me. Things you don't see that are good. I'm just wondering how many come off the trees into my hair or my beard. Some more of the lake here. I'll just stop for a quick pick. I'm gonna play tourist on the way back. I got lots of battery, lots of time, really. Time to stop. Okay. And onward we go. The weather's been holding out today. There's not supposed to be any rain. There's a lot of offshore cloud, but it was supposed to kind of dissipate from 100% offshore to maybe 20% inland, so might be a little bit more, but basically no rain today. Tomorrow's a different story. On the way back to New Brunswick, it's supposed to rain quite a bit in the afternoon, and then while I'm on the ferry it's going to rain and then slow down, dissipate by the time I get over to New Brunswick. At least this time I know where I'm going. I knew the direction I was going, and I know all the landmarks, like well, I used to know the roads, but I know the landmarks like the lakes and stuff, but things have changed. if you saw my other video coming in, that's a guide of what not to do unless you're just out exploring and having fun. This route is going to be the direct route to Southville, and I have a feeling, I'm going to say it right now, if you want to get to New France, come in the Southville way, not the Easton way. And if anybody watching has any better advice, I'm all ears. Yeah, just what I wanted, a mud shower. I'll have to do a good cleanup of myself, the bike, and a tick check. I wonder what the total population of the ticks are in Digby County and even Nova Scotia as a whole. Oh yeah, there's Doyle Lake again. Doyle Lake. Anyway, got pictures there. That was too good not to stop. So looking at the kilometers, I thought I'd almost be back by now. Severe underestimation of the fun I was going to have today, because I still got 28 kilometers to get back, and we've done 60. So I'll be close to 90 kilometers. I thought 65, 70. So an extra 20 exploring. It's all fun. I need to get in shape for August for the sick kids. I'd really like to meet my goal of 1,000. We could have done 2,500 or 1,000. I said 500. Geez, that's like not fair. We got to make it hard for me. You know, if people are going to donate, I got to really put my effort out and commitment. So I'm getting in shape. I did three 360s in 4 days, so 360s and an 80 in like 5 days. I've been here 6 days. Try to get at least a day's rest in between, let my body repair itself. A lot of people said I should talk more and you know, about the local area and stuff, and I can't play music because YouTube will block me, ban me, whatever, call me a naughty boy for trying to exploit music to make, I don't know, make money. How do you make money? Anyway, copyright, so whatever. I don't mind listening to my wheels and the animals. And of course, to make it less monotonous, I'll just explain where I'm at. Like right here, I'm on Langford Road, headed back from New France. Decided to leave my car back in Weymouth and head the whole way. New France really is not that far from Weymouth. If you come back this route through Southville, it's about 33 kilometers. So it's not a real long distance. It's a bumpy distance back here. Now we're getting close to a landmark that a lot of locals know about. Ticks or not, I'm gonna stop. Getting close. I didn't know I went right by it on the way in, but right here. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. Okay. Here we are. I'm not going to drive in, I don't think. But, alright. I keep thinking I feel ticks, but it's a spider. So, I'm just wondering if I should, I'm sorry, I'm going to spin you here, but I'm going to take the camera off, sorry about that, and I'm going to walk it in. I can clip this later, but I just want to walk in and show you something really interesting on the way to New France. Balancing rock. I'll hold it up a bit. Take a look at that. Glacier decided to play a little prank. Put one rock on top of another. It's just sitting there, ready to fall. What do you think of that? Actually, I'm going to turn this off for now. I'll turn it back on when I leave and get some photos. Balancing rock. I had to stop the video and I'll have to splice it later because I wanted to use it to take some 360 photos of the balancing rock. So we're headed back to Weymouth. Not much to see. I might stop to Gates Lane, take some photos. Yuck, mud bath. Mud bath. I just can't avoid some of these puddles. We did have some rain a few nights ago. Yuck, yuck. Yucky. I'm full of mud. Oh, stay out of this. You know, for off-road, I loaded my Google Maps, offline Google Maps for the area, and I really kind of like it because it's pretty accurate. Gives a lot of good information, especially like, you know, if you want to find the balancing rock, it's right on there, of course. Everybody's marked it. But, you know, if you don't get signal, then you gotta download an area. Like I've got most of southern New Brunswick downloaded, so when I'm around there, I don't have to worry about ever having a signal and still being able to use my Google Maps on my phone. But I do have a GPS as a backup because, well, you know what phones are like. Second here. I just want to okay, see. Trying to get a path here for Google Maps, but it's not, I don't know if it's a connection thing or, anyway, it tells me where I'm at. It says I'm going to be back in 27 kilometers. on the right. I don't know how far in it is, but hell, it's wet and swampy here. I wonder if I can see it up here. No, can't see it. I think we're past it now, but down in there is a couple of big lakes. I don't know their names. Civilization. There we go. Southville. So let's go put Weymouth in now. All right. So here we are in Southville. Good song written about Southville by 1755, Dix-Sept Cinquante-Cinq. Oh, Dix-Sept Cinquante-Cinq. 1755. All right. Picture of the sign here on Langford Road, I think. We're on our way home. That's the road we take to get back to New France. That's the one I wanted to take. I wanted to park back there, but no, I had to go to Easton. Come all the way from Weymouth to go to Easton. Yep. Oh well. Now you know the easiest and most direct route. break my legs a little bit, take a break, stretch them out. A bog over here at the shore. So we're back out to the 340 where we came up this morning, and I pointed out this is one way to